Hello and welcome. Welcome to Dubbing Brushes Part 4. Making a fly of a dubbing brush. Today I'm gonna make a simple streamer made with a small dubbing brush. And I'll start with putting the hook in the vise. The hook is this kind. Nothing special about that. Size 4. And use some Semperfly strong thread. I think it's a G-speed thread, and wind on, snip it off, and I'm gonna take on a little flash at the bottom. I use this kind of flash, one I had in hand, and double it over. Just taper it. Like that. And I take my tail. That is this piece. I'm gonna cut this trail afterwards, so just put it on and use my finger just to distribute it, make a flat base and put this on top of itself. Try to make it go around the hook, about that. And now I'm gonna take my dubbing brush. This looks like this, and I take my pliers, just snip off the end here, and measure out, will it exceed over the tail? It will that. Wind it on, attach it in my thread, and go on about this. And use my fingers, stroke the fibers back like a Palmer hackle. This dubbing brush wire is so thin it almost feels like thread. Wind up over this like this, and snip off. For now, I'm gonna use this later. Snip it off. And now I'm gonna have some red gills to this fly. I take this another brush I have. I just made it some minutes ago. Went back just a couple of rounds with this. And just snip it off like that. Try to just push this down. And take the gray dubbing brush again. Take it on top of this. And take it around the hook. Like that. You can also push it a little bit down if you have getting out of space. Okay. Try not to tie down too much materials. This is just a showing off video, just to show how easy it is to make it streamer with brushes. Just make a nice head, and use your whip finisher. I use this from Loon. It's nice. Okay. Now the hairdressing part comes. You just have to whip up. You can use your brush or comb or whatever. And I take it out of the vise now, because I like to do that. Use long scissors. Use try to make a taper. I think the tail is maybe a little too long, so like that. So you have the red gills on top and bottom. You could have left it on the bottom, but the fish doesn't mind. But this is just a demonstration. Can always use a marker. And I push down where I want the eyes to be. And I find the eyes. I use 5mm kind of eyes, this kind. Take a couple of them, pick it out, place it on my, wait, so lots of loose fibers here, sticks everywhere, like that. I have it like, okay. Now I take my liquid fusion, take a dab on this side, little dab, and the other side, like that. Place it secure, and take the eyes, squeeze it into the dab of blue. And I can take out some permanent marking now, if I can find them. I have it in my drawers here. Nothing planned, but let's see if I can get some color on this little critter. I have some blue on top here, just to darken it a little bit. Eventually I sometimes do this when the eyes are dried, but what the heck. And some pink for the lateral line. Like this. And if I can find some black, I can use some barrings on it as well. I have all in this big bag of panel markers, so well, there it is. I think that's very, very small. Try not to get onto the ice, so it will Just have to take it on the top. Maybe should have taken a larger marker, but you can see it. Well, now it just remains that take some varnish onto the head, the thread wrappings, and afterwards you can push on these eyes to make it stick a little better. But I can show you the size of this fly is just about, as you can see, 4 centimeters, almost 5, but you can make it much smaller. That's very easy to use the smallest dubbing brush when you see how thin the core is, very thin, and also this red one. Well, everybody makes dubbing brushes to make a large flies, so why not use a dubbing brush to make a small streamer? I haven't seen so much of that. I have seen large flies, pike and musky flies, but not so small trout streamers. Of course you can use dubbing brushes in every color. Use your imagination. You can have white color, you can have brownish color, grayish color like I've done here, just for the, and you see the brush I made. So this was the last video in the part of making dubbing brushes, and how to make them, how to tie them, what the machines I use, what my experience is. So I thank you all for watching my videos, and stay tuned. It will always come some more videos on your way, as long as you subscribe and do hit the notification bell. You will give a heads up when the video is published. Okay, bye bye.